This is BMW K100 Cafe Racer 1988. As beautiful as it is, Mike of Bay Restoration will attempt to modify this bike. So now the big question is it really worth it? We'll find out. Not too long ago, we showcased Mike's amazing project in our channel, where he had worked on another BMW 1970 R87. Once again, he left us speechless while watching his mind-blowing projects come to life. Check them out and give them a follow. Here's the picture of the original K100 LT, and now here is how the bike looked when he bought it. The bike is still working when he got it, but this bike has lived a tough life. Its frame is slightly corroded, the engine caked with grime, and that's exactly what they got. And practically all of its other components are begging for urgent attention. And it's time to tear the bike down. As always, Mike brought on his A-game, and the process was moving pretty fast. Components came flying out from the bike with the speed of light. Well, that was until it was time to unplug the wires and come to the other electrical components on the motorcycle. This required extra attention and careful handling to prevent further complication, and Mike was good at that. With the wires and electrical components now fully detached, he turned his attention to tear down other components, starting with the rear wheels. Honestly, the way Mike did the whole process of taking everything apart was absolutely fascinating. It is something you and I would watch over and over all day. Now that the bike has been stripped down to its bare bones, the disassembly process was complete, and from here on, the restorer will focus on overhauling the components. First, he detached the fuel tank cover and the BMW emblem. Next, he sanded the surface and applied paint-removing chemicals. A few minutes later, the paint was completely dissolved and almost falling off from the fuel tank, but the restorer hastened the process with a scraper. Here's the fuel tank in its original tan color. But once the top layer was cleaned and the surface was shined, the texture of the tank improved so much, even the dog was impressed. Here, the tank was already looking great, but there was still a need for some extra polishing, and of course the BMW logo and cover needed to be reinstalled. Every second was worth it. The fuel tank was squeaky clean, but what if the engine got the same treatment? Would it come out looking squeaky clean as well? Only time will tell. Mike started to cut out the damaged parts of the frame. He knew exactly what to do at all times, and perhaps more importantly, he had the right tools. After this, he made the necessary replacement and adjustment. The frame is now back from powder coat. It's time to get everything back together. He started off with the rear wheels, installed the battery, then the frame. Piece by piece, the puzzle was beginning to come together. Next, he installed a brand new shock absorber. He installs it quickly alongside a few other components. And then, he moved over to the top of the frame to install the wires in the fuse box. Next up, he installed the refurbished footrests. Mike decided to add some extra spark to the restoration, so he purchased a Honda CBR 1000 front-end conversion set from Jack's Garage, and I must say, they look really nice. The real question here is, will it function well when paired with a BMW body and engine? Then he turned his full attention to the front section. On the final stages of this rebuild, every last detail matters. Acewell is now mounted up and fully functioning. It's like you are looking at a nice cockpit. These clip-on bars and billet aluminum grips are on another level. They look sleek in every angle. Mike decided to do modifications to keep the flow of the blue, red, and black going with the rest of the bike. Brake lines are all plumbed up. It's interesting to see what it looked like before. So far, a lot of progress is being made on the K100. A lot of cleaning and polishing going on. It's just nice to see that everything on the K100 is coming together. We are almost clueless as to how things are going to turn out on this rebuild, but Mike made it happen. At this point, all parts mounted back into place. It was clear that the final part of the rebuild was near. The first objective clearly has been achieved now. It's time to see if they achieve the second as well. Yes, they absolutely did. A single push of a button was all it took to get the engine roaring. This has been the most beautiful build I have ever seen. What a perfect combination of colors. I have to admit that the high revs are heart-melting. It took Mike almost 6 months to finish this project. The wait is definitely worth it. This build could get complicated, but Mike made it oddly easy. Many of you are wondering why Mike went for this color combination. I know it's a personal preference. This is the inspiration behind the color scheme for this rebuild, and I completely agree with our restorer's choice. Transforming this 80s bike into something special is well beyond words. Now it's ready for the road. Close to 7 months of hard work finally paid off. The best K100 we have ever seen. Hats off to you, Mike. And yes, nothing like riding and enjoying a bike you have built in your own hands. I am literally speechless. What did you think of this transformation? Leave a comment below and don't forget to check out our other restoration videos for more incredible journeys.